Alright, here I am. It is me. I'm Quill. I really wanted, if I had not joined like a mid-run thing, I was gonna do the finally, Quill has come back to Speed Dogs, and then make some joke about how that's not my line, but I came in mid-run, so I couldn't do it. Also, in the quick little talk that we get to have with the runner after the scene switches over. I don't think this was said out loud. If it was, I missed it somehow. But that was a PB from Gene, and puts Gene at a sub-1 in every Spyro category where that is like the goal to hit for Spyro 1, 2, and 3. So congrats to Gene on that run. I think that deserves a donation from somebody. I'm already starting. I'm already back on it. I am one of the biggest fans of Sable, and she's been really great to talk to and to work with on different little projects here and there, so. Finally, donations have come back to our marathons. Oh, I love it. But in case you had missed it from before, or you just got here, I'm a little quiet here. I can talk a little louder until we can get bumped up. In case you had missed it, we are raising money for Sable, who is the person who continuously opens up all of the Speed Dogs marathons, has been a great friend and a great community member, and we are raising some money for her because she did have some structural issues with her house that led to some destruction of her reptile enclosures for her various reptiles that she helps to take care of. So if you have any extra dollars, the reptiles would appreciate it. They would like to have a new home. Alright, gang. I have a question for you all. The next game, featuring a kangaroo, which is basically a dog, is The Mystery of the Volcano, but K-A-O. How do we pronounce it? Is it cow, or is it K-O? I think we need to run a poll in the chat. Can I get a poll in the chat? Somebody run it. Depends on how well the run goes. Oh, beautiful. I love that answer. What is this last option for Ka-O? I just turned on the sound so I could hear it. This is the beach song from Pokemon Snap by Squidbird. And if any of that information's wrong, somebody can correct me. Yeah, CC, how did you get that wrong? Kangaroo wears boxing gloves, so do my dogs. So, basically a dog. Cow has pulled ahead in the voting. All the KO and KO fans in shambles right now. Requires a bunch of updates. Call Ares. Somebody get a hold of him. As far as I'm concerned, that guy is the reason that any of this works. CJ is the reason that people got people to submit. CC as well helped in that. Ares is the one that made it work. And anybody else's help got absorbed by Ares. Like Kirby. That is an exaggeration, of course. We do appreciate all the help. I say we as I'm part of this. I'm just volunteering myself. So this event does not work without the help and volunteering of all these great people and me. What you guys don't see behind the scenes is a lot of setup and a lot of technical difficulties that get sorted out before anything makes it onto your screen. So I want to give a huge shout out to all of the tech people, all of the other hosts, all of the chat mods. Everybody's doing their best to make this work. And in my opinion, it's at least top 2 speedrun marathon. Maybe top 1. So I appreciate you guys. And Kid is correct. Cow did win, so regardless of what anybody else says, we've decided that it is Cow. Alright gang, what are we excited for? I'm looking at the schedule. Have you guys seen the schedule? It's a pretty good schedule. Now obviously we have Cow coming up, and then on deck is the Mario Power Tennis. And thank you Kit for putting that schedule link in the chat. Then our huge run is going to be Death's Door, 100% restricted race with Hammy and Grace, which is going to be great. And then we're rounding out the day with CC doing Sonic Adventure 2 Battle Randomizer, which we are $54 away from meeting the incentive one. If you want to watch CC suffer, donate 54 more cumulative dollars, because it will take all of the useless checks and turn them into traps instead for his randomizer run. Now, I am a little biased because I am starting out the day tomorrow with a Chameleon Twist surprise run. And I'm just going to say it. You're not going to want to miss it. I think everybody should be here for it. So set your alarms so you can get up by noon if you're on the East Coast. And I'll see you there for Chameleon Twist. I'm also excited for the rolled out run. I think that's a really cool game. And a little more bias. Chameleon Twist 2. That's going to be a fun run as well. I think some of the other ones that I'm really looking forward to would be Kitsune of Dreams running New Super Lucky's Tale. I was watching her practice that the other day, Thursday, what's today? On Wednesday, I was watching that, and then unfortunately, the power went out because there was a tornado nearby. But that just means I get to watch it fresh for when I do get to see the finalized run there. And I'm also really excited to see Gaffy run Super Regalia. That's going to be a really cool run. If you haven't seen that game at all, check out that run. It's very cool, very movement heavy, really cool run. Oh, and also CJ doing a secret game. That's a big one for me. I really want to see what that is too. Yo, what's going on, Game Time? Welcome in. I hope you're doing well today. Oh yeah, that DK block is going to be nice. I'm going to be hosting for the beginning of it, which would be cool. But yeah, there's going to be Donkey Kong Country 2, followed by Donkey Kong Country Returns HD, and then Donkey Kong Country 3, all back-to-back on Sunday. So be sure to tune in for that. That's going to be great. I will be playing Chameleon Twist 1 Game Time, and then Ama will be doing Chameleon Twist 2 later in the day. Tomorrow starting at noon, opening up the marathon. Man, it feels so good to be back at a Speed Docs marathon. I feel like we need to have at least 2 marathons a year. I am hyped for Cow. Yo, can we get Cow in Mario Kart? Alright, gang, I will be right back. All right, I am back. We have done some audio checking. I have checked with the runner to see how to pronounce their name, so I think that means we're ready to go. So we'll go ahead and switch it over here in just a second.
Miss.
All right, everybody, here we are with Cow, and nobody guessed how to pronounce the name, but I'll go ahead and tell you, it's like pterodactyl, where it's just a little wrong. His name is Peter Afro. Welcome in.
Alright, Peter Afro here, known on Twitch as TPAsAlt. That's how some people like to pronounce it to be funny, but long story about that. Anyways, this is Cow the Kangaroo, this shoot off volcano, the third entry of the Cow the Kangaroo series. You may or may not have seen me run the all artifacts category in other marathons. So I'm doing that again, but this one's a little bit different. I am running this category via the speedrun mod. So first, I should explain what's going on. All artifacts, normally in 80%, there's a trick to like immediately get to the end game boss. And all artifacts, you have to collect the 4 artifacts that you would normally need to beat the game. Speedrun mod, well, we're gonna do 2. I'll explain when it starts. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. So, as you see, the Superman 64 tribute where you split through rings is skipped. That is something in speedrun mod. There's another plane, the other plane level, which is the dogfight, is also skipped in speedrun mod. As you can see here, I can jump out of rolls. That is something that's not in the base game, that is a speedrun mod feature. So what I'm doing here is, normally you have to go through a tutorial to get to the first level. Well, the first level with an artifact. But you can just climb and go into it without having to do tutorial. We will further tutorial area later. So when you jump out of a roll, you would want to like immediately spin to cancel the height increase, but the time is a little strict. Maybe not strict, but like it's very easy to mess up. Do it too early, it won't register, and you do the full jump. So these green orbs, in order to place an artifact in the door, you need to have at least 200 green orbs. So for the artifacts, that's 800 orbs out of the 1,000 in the game. But 2 of the artifacts you don't need to place. The artifact of Earth, which we're getting right now, and the artifact of Fire. Okay, that was weird. I don't know why it aimed at that enemy. This game has a lock-on feature when you do like the. I'm not sure what this mode is called. I call it strafe mode. It's probably wrong. I do need to go into this mode because when I throw dynamite. So there's a trick in this game where you can throw dynamite in midair. You will reset your fall speed for a little bit. And if you throw tons of dynamite in the air, you can go really, really far. Like that. Because normally you have to like break some like pots by throwing barrels at them. Throwing barrels is really, really slow. You were like only doing the final boss, which is like required. Actually, no, it's also required volcano. You'll see later. It's slow. So yeah, we only need to place 2 of the artifacts. The one artifact of wind has to be placed in order to get to the artifact of water level, and the artifact of water has to be placed in order to get to the artifact of fire level. So we'll only need to collect 400 green orbs in this run.
So, give me a quick rundown on like what is Cow's motivation here? Why is he the way that he is?
I don't really remember the plot of this game. There's not really much of a plot. He's just in an island and he's looking for some treasure.
I love it. It's perfect.
Yeah, there's like no actual plot in this game.
3D platformers don't need plot anyways.
Yep. So coming up is a little puzzle where we have to like use like a claw to manipulate blocks. I mean, yeah, when you run the game without forgetting the plot, not having to pay attention to plot, you're really gonna remember it? So the positioning of these blocks is always the same, but how they're oriented is random. Oh, one thing you should know, if you're running this game, make sure you have a frame rate limiter on. Because the game's frame rate's too high. These blocks, when you drop them, do not, like, lock in, and it will cause you to be a massive pain. And, like, make it impossible. So, yeah.
If someone were want to pick up this game, where can they get a hold of it, or what platform should they be?
It's on Steam and Good Old Games. It's only on PC. It hasn't been released. It's not on any consoles. The spin is to stop my jump from going higher. Because I don't spin, I go jump all the way, and that's really slow. Yeah. That's what Good Old Games stands for.
I've literally never heard it called anything other than, like, GOG. So, I was confused for a second, too, but I thought it was just
I'm gonna go in the checkpoint. So, these checkpoints are admittedly really, really slow. Like, look at this. The only reason I do this, I have way too many times messed up this section. Doing something stupid. And, there is when you do collect an artifact, you do trigger a checkpoint. But otherwise, you gotta go through these 10s. I'll be strategic with the 10s. Only in, like, areas I know I'm prone to messing up. But obviously, don't be stupid and not do 10s and die and go back to the beginning of the level. That would be really, really bad. So you save and quit. So when you save in a level, you don't save what checkpoint you land at. It'll put you right back in the beginning with the artifact and the orbs you collected. So we utilize that to get to the exit immediately once we're done in the level. Yeah, safety of the marathon is the best. So this is the tutorial level. We're gonna take a little shortcut and go on this flower. We do have to collect all these orbs. Because the fast would not allow us to place the artifacts we need to place. So if you play this game, you would know that we need to place the artifact to Earth to access the virtual race so we can get the parachute. But we're not doing that, because we can actually use the dynamite throwing technique to not have to use the parachute. There is a donation incentive for me to do the virtual race after this run, so get your donations in.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that to you before we started this run, but we did hit that already. So we will be doing that.
Oh, nice.
Get your donations in anyways, though, because we got to get CC to play the randomizer later tonight with all the traps active and have a worse time. So that'll be fun for us. Less fun for CC, but fun for us.
So this is the first skip that normally requires the parachute. There's like a little area in this little slope you can roll up. It's a little tricky. I should not be this bad at it. If you're wondering why I just saved, if you do a save shortly before you access a new area, it lets you keep your dynamite. Otherwise, you lose it. I don't know the exact time frame you can do this trick on. So we just do it when the fade out. It's a very bizarre glitch. Don't ask how it works. So we're collecting all these orbs. So we're going to have to go over it. We need to collect this little key in the Firefly. There's another way you can get to this, but I find this way to be easier. I'm not getting that checkpoint because it's a very, very short distance to the next one. And it's something really easy. So in this room, you have to break the 2 crystals to open the door. Yeah, Cat was momentarily still during that cutscene, but the enemies aren't, so they can sneak in a hit, which is a very, very bizarre game design, I must say. This checkpoint I'm really gonna want to hit because, yeah, this is one of the harder parts of the run. Now I'm gonna observe how much time I lose in these checkpoints. Damn, 7 seconds. Yeesh. Whatever, it's worth it. In case I, die. I never really chimed how long those checkpoints are, but till now. Okay, we're gonna go up on this tree. It takes a bit to let you jump. Yeah, so the game thinks we should have the parachute by now, but we don't, so we're doing a lot of funky stuff. Did I grab the... Yes. I was just checking if I grabbed the green orb that's, like, sneakily hidden in the corner. Ooh, I almost missed that cloud. Alright, you're probably going to wonder how I'm going to get this artifact when you need to use a parachute to get up these clouds. Well, let me ask you this. Why is there no loading in each level between the little small areas? The answer to that question will lead to the answer of how I'm getting that artifact. Ah. That big enemy is really weird. Like sometimes, like that gap I just went through, sometimes it's in your way trying to do that gap. I don't know why. Sometimes it is and sometimes it isn't. It's really strange. So I got into that collab by doing a ground pound in midair. Ground pound is done with the same button as the roll. So the answer to the reason there's no loads in between the little areas in each level is because they're actually all loaded all at once when you enter a level. So we're going to go over to where the artifact is. There it is. We're going to fly over by spamming dynamite.
This looks like a really cool skip.
Yeah, it's a really cool skip. Alright, so that triggered a checkpoint. Again, you trigger a checkpoint when you collect an artifact. But orbs to collect in this level before we move on. Ah, okay. For some reason, the game just stops registering on dynamite when I'm trying to cross. I was still pressing the dynamite throw button, and it just stopped registering. It's very, very strange. It's that one specific area that got this problem. Okay. I think because it was moving diagonally? Oh well. Woo! I activated the double jump. I thought I was screwed. I was supposed to do a roll. It would go past the checkpoint, but collect the ores, but I activated the roll too late, and it just triggered the checkpoint. Alright. So if you want to rewind and try to preserve my dynamite, it's because I need to the orb route in the next level is gonna get to dynamite anyways, there's no point. I don't need any dynamite here. I know some runners actually do carry over dynamite, but I don't really do that. So replacing the artifact of water, not water, air, or wind rather. Before we get to the level with the artifact of water, we have to do the Steerman test. It's a boat level. If you're wondering why this was not skipped in the speedrun mod, it's because it's actually a fun speedrun level. You're just going fast in the boat, and you're trying to like hit goals. It's actually cool, unlike the plane levels. Those levels suck. No one likes the plane levels. I dare you to find one Cal 3 level that likes at least one plane level. If you find one that likes both, oh man. That'd be mind blowing.
az a híres motorsport oktató nem
Or at least
más,
likes the
mint
dogfight. But anyways,
Itt a
Steerman
videóban
test.
tanulj valami újat is, barátom.
Oh yeah, if you're wondering why there's no text, I'm playing the Hungarian version, which is the fastest version of the game. Yeah, you don't see any text. If you buy the game through Steam or Good Old Games, you get the English translation. The English translation text is horrendous. There's so many misspelled words. It's comical. I should have put it. Now I just realized I should have put in a donation center to do the English version, but maybe another marathon. Anyways, so how this works. There's a boost that's activated with the same button that uses Strife mode, or I call it that. That's probably not the name. Whatever. When you don't have boost, it's still faster to mash the button. You get a small little boost. I have to like change my hands because I move with WASD and use the said button with the left control key.
Eljutottál a második szakaszra. Nem
But
is ott egy szárazföldi part,
mashing with your
akarod
pinky
érteni.
sucks, so I just use my right hand
Nehezebb dolgod lesz.
or WSD, and then we are vertical. Wait, what does that mean?
I think CC was referring to the boat being pointed upward instead of on the water.
Oh. I thought there was like a technical issue. Yeah, the boat is going vertical. It's a crazy boat.
So you mentioned before when you're talking
So
about
you actually
playing
can move in these texts, but I try to get to where the checkpoint is. Well, I try also not to overshoot it. It's okay if you're like a little bit behind it, but you don't want to be ahead of it. That's bad. Then you'd like turn around and lose tons of time. Oh, also, you're on a countdown on the top right corner. It gets extra when you hit one of the goals. If that counter runs out, you start back to where the last text box was. Thankfully, not the whole level. That'd be awful. But thankfully, I got way better at this than when I first started this game. I was constantly failing it. Now I'm pretty consistent at it.
Szívből gratulálok, bebizonyítottad, hogy a vízen is megállod a helyet. Most igaz, hogy ez a közelébe se ér.
Also, you can move in when the level's over. You can even, like, if you get stranded on land, you have to restart the checkpoint. That can even happen after you beat the level. It's really funny. So this next level is also gonna have a big sequence break. How much we grow in a short time. That's true. Well, I mean, I started running this game in 2021, which is 4 years ago now. God damn, I'm old. This level can be a little nerve-wracking because you will not be near any of the checkpoints in the route. We're gonna do like a big, massive skip. I would like to clear these enemies because I'm going to do some dynamite throwing, and having them locked onto them makes it way harder. Okay, so the skip. I used to be a beast at this skip, and now I'm like constantly failing it for some reason. I'm not even joking. I don't know what's happened. If they can't... I legit have no idea what happened. Okay, there we go. So now we're going to dynamite. There we go. Now we're over the area. Ow. 1, 2, 3, 4. I do 4 rolls, then climb up. You have to like really bash the roll or else you will slide down. Now here we go. Throw 2 dynamite. Land on the blind. It'll clip you in. We don't need to get the key. Go, cow. Yeah, so here I'm forced to stop. It's kind of annoying. These ladders are finicky. Cow likes to just not grab it sometimes. You can actually move during this cutscene, but no one does it. Cow, the kangaroo, and Ty, the Tasmanian tiger would be friends. How do people find these gifts? That is a great question. Okay, so I'm technically short 1 orb. I don't know where I missed one, but there is a backup in the hub. Alright. Wait a bit. You gotta wait a bit for the platform start rising for it to register. You get the artifact, and I need to register, so this run is legit and actual artifacts. So I'm gonna collect more dynamite because I'm gonna need a good chunk of dynamite for the next level. So this artifact, so a little bit out of the way. I'm gonna collect a backup orb. It takes like literally no time. Yeah, this one we have to place in. There's no way to get to the volcano level without it. So once the artifact is placed, you can save and quit. You do need to save and quit in the speedrun mod, or else you will be in order to skip the dogfight level. Alright. I'm saving immediately because there's a really hard skip at the beginning of this level that requires dynamite. So I want to have a save, so if I fail it, I can load it and have the dynamite needed. The skip is necessary to beat the level. Because it's a, no parachute. Yep. I like mash throwing the dynamite, but I think I need to learn to like rhythm it. Or maybe the other one is mash, I don't know. Okay.
How many other runners are there in this?
I don't recall off the top of my head. I know the speedrun mod has way less runners. It's not a lot. This is not like an insanely popular game. So my answer is just check speedrun.com. Sorry, I do not have an actual answer. So we gotta get this key.
Alright, I checked. It looks like there's about 30 people that are on the leaderboard. The main game here. The speedrun mod less so, but the main one, about 30. Which is pretty healthy amount.
So here, there's like 2 areas we need to go down. One to disable like a bunch of fire, and another to get a key. I really should be taking a checkpoint, because it's really easy to screw up this all. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not insanely popular, but that's a decent sized community. I know Cow 2 is more popular. Yeah, Cow 2 is the more popular one. I tried to learn that game. I would say Cow 2 is the best one. I tried learning it. I got really frustrated because there's like one skip that's really precise, and you fail it, you lose like a minute. I think that particular skip, well, no, there was another skip later on that made me quit, but that one really annoyed me. So I want to clear all these enemies, because they can bite you when you're trying to do this. So this puzzle, you have to get all the blue ones lined up. It's not really a puzzle. Oh. Alright, so that's all the artifacts. We're not placing this one. So I mentioned that in the beginning, that the any percent will instantly go to the final boss. We're gonna do that same method here to avoid having to place the artifact and thus needing more orbs, because we obviously don't have enough. So you need some dynamite for this trick. So in the 80%, you would go to the tutorial area, grab some dynamite, then you throw it. All right, got it first try. The area you're supposed to throw it to is pretty obvious. It's the little corner, but it's still pretty easy to mess up. I'm definitely not the most consistent at that trick.
Okay, I see that it's live now. Let's swap back in. And then, do I hear any audio? Oh, I hear it. All right. I have no idea why that happened.
All right, so back to the run.
Back to the run. Go for it.
All right, so this phase, I don't need to do any damage boosting. Because it's possible to get to the second to last platform a bit early without damage boosting. Stand right here. Wait a bit. I need to be. Having two of the flying things up at the same time is always a pain. Like, you're trying to kill one, and then the other just ambushes you. Also, these flying things, I swear it's random. Well, I have no. Sometimes they take like a ton of hits. Sometimes they take like 2. I don't understand how they work. All right, here we just gotta wait. This is the final hit, by the way, so get ready on time. Oh yeah, Cow has some idle animations. There's the boo, and there's the jump. There's him jump roping. And really? Time.
GG. Sorry about the tech difficulties. They're right on the final boss here.
Yeah, the run was a bit. My real time was a 34:55. So we still were underestimate. I mean, it was way too generous, to be honest. All right. So donation incentive was met. So I'll show off the virtual race. All right, here's the virtual race. This is what you would normally need to do to get the parachute to beat the game. We obviously did not do that in this run, but now you can see it. It's actually cool. It's actually fun. Unlike the plane sections, those suck. But you already know that. So this functions a lot like a type of flash game you've probably seen back when that was a thing. You're in a tube, you move around the tube. Yeah. It's pretty annoying here because the camera doesn't make it so you're always level. So it can be kind of disorienting trying to maneuver around.
I am certainly disoriented.
Yeah. This is a very, very wacky. This is a very awkward level. Do not expect to win this. I'm not trying to win this. I'm just gonna do all 3 laps and then we're done. Be when someone acts fun gaming. Yeah, this is pretty hard. The only time you would run this is in 101%. That does require the parachute. Along with placing every artifact. But no one cares about that category. Hey, it's a meme. Oh, no. Ah. When you're on top, it's easy to get your left and rights mixed up. Turbo tunnel. Oh no, this is way better than frickin' turbo tunnel. I played Battletoads. Turbo tunnel is stupid. Okay. That was virtual race. I failed it, but I didn't say I was gonna pass it, so Alright. Thanks for having me, everyone. Yeah, I'll be doing another marathon on the 28th. It's called Derpathon. I'll be running Caves in the Wild Mask and Mega Man Rock Force. So, yeah, I'll be prepping for that marathon on my channel, so get hyped for that. So yeah, thanks for having me. Just let me know when I can cut stream.
Yeah, everybody go follow Peter, and we thank you so much for being here and doing this run. It was a great run to watch. Sorry again for the technical difficulties, but we worked through it pretty well. So thank you so much for being here, and stay tuned.